Imagine giving decades of your life to someone, cooking their favorite meals, raising kids together, being their rock, and then one day they look you in the eye and say, "You're boring. I want someone younger." That's exactly what happened to me. My husband of over 20 years walked out of our home, left our family, and ran straight into the arms of a 19-year-old. 19. A girl young enough to be his daughter. And the reason he gave me? I was boring. Because I don't drink, because I don't go to clubs, because apparently being stable, loyal, and dependable doesn't compete with tequila shots and TikTok dances. But here's the thing. His betrayal turned out to be the biggest blessing in disguise. And I want to take you through the whole messy, shocking, and yes, sometimes hilarious journey of how my life fell apart and how I built it back up again stronger than ever. So grab your cup of tea or coffee, sit back, because I'm about to tell you a story that might just remind you that no matter your age, your worth doesn't expire. Let's rewind for a second. When I met my ex-husband, he was charming. Oh, he could light up a room, smooth talker, big smile, the kind of man who could convince a stranger to lend him their umbrella on a sunny day. And me? I was steady, practical. The kind of woman who made sure the bills were paid, the kids had lunchboxes ready, and the car's oil was changed before it broke down on the freeway. Together, we balanced each other out, or so I thought. Now, don't get me wrong, I was never the wild party girl. My idea of fun was cooking Sunday dinners, putting on some Motown records, and dancing in the kitchen while stirring gravy. He used to say he loved that about me. He loved that I wasn't like those girls at the bar. Fast forward 20 years later, apparently, those girls at the bar became exactly what he wanted. And the way he broke it to me? Oh, honey, it was brutal. We weren't even fighting. I thought we were having a quiet night at home. I was in my pajamas, hair up, reading a book. And out of nowhere, he blurts out, "You know what? You're boring. You don't drink, you don't go out, and I'm tired of it." I laughed at first. I thought he was joking, but his face was dead serious. That was the night I learned he'd been seeing someone else, a 19-year-old, barely out of high school. She wasn't even old enough to rent a car, but apparently she was old enough to make him feel alive again. Now, if you're over 60, I know you understand what that sentence feels like. It's like someone just reached into your chest and squeezed your heart until it cracked. But you know what else it sparked? A fire inside me I didn't know I still had. I wasn't looking for them, trust me. I was just running errands. I had my reusable grocery bags, my shopping list, and a coupon for apples. Nothing dramatic. Then right there in the parking lot, I spot him. At first, I thought, no, it can't be. But oh yes, it was him. And guess who was glued to his side? Miss Teen Spirit herself. Ponytail, crop top, giggling like he just invented laughter. I froze. I swear I felt like time slowed down. My cart even started rolling away down the hill while I was standing there, jaw on the floor. He noticed me. Our eyes locked. And here's the kicker. He smiled. Not guilty. Not ashamed. He smiled like he had just upgraded from a used car to a brand new sports model. And you know what I did? I smiled right back. But not the smile he was expecting. I gave him that slow, steady smile. The kind a woman gives when she knows the truth. Honey, you may think you've won the jackpot, but just wait. That shiny new toy is gonna run out of batteries real fast. Inside, though, I was shaking. My heart was pounding like I'd run a marathon. I went home that night, sat in the dark kitchen with my cup of tea, and thought, is this really it? Is this how my story ends? Tossed aside because I'm not 20 anymore? But here's where it gets interesting. Because instead of breaking me, that moment started waking me up. I began to realize something. He wasn't chasing happiness. He was running from himself. And the harder he tried to relive his 20s, the faster the truth was going to catch up with him. After that parking lot moment, I couldn't stop thinking. Nights were sleepless, days were foggy, and yet something started happening. I noticed little things about myself I had ignored for years. I had been living life for everyone else, cooking, cleaning, keeping the peace, keeping him happy. But who was living for me? Who was me? So I did something I hadn't done in decades. I said no. Not rudely, not angrily, but firmly. I stopped overextending myself for people who didn't appreciate it. I started small. A walk in the park just for me. A coffee at my favorite cafe without checking my phone. Even signing up for a painting class I'd been dreaming about for years. And let me tell you, The transformation started quietly. People noticed, friends commented, my energy changed. I wasn't just surviving, I was waking up. Meanwhile, as I was reclaiming my life, I kept hearing rumors, little whispers of what he was really dealing with: money troubles, embarrassing social media blunders, family awkwardness. And the truth is, the 19-year-old lifestyle, it wasn't built for the long haul. She was wild, yes, but she didn't know how to handle a real-life, long-term relationship. I won't lie, part of me felt a little vindicated, but the bigger part of me, I realized I didn't need revenge. I just needed to live and let life take care of the rest. It started with me finally embracing something I'd buried for years: self-respect and self-love. I began pursuing hobbies I'd put aside, spending time with friends who actually valued me, and even traveling, something I never did before because I was always too busy keeping the house together. And you know what happened? Life noticed. Opportunities started opening. I reconnected with old friends, met inspiring new people, and discovered talents I never knew I had. I felt alive again. And the confidence? Oh, it was intoxicating. Meanwhile, my ex? Well, let's just say reality caught up with him faster than he expected. The 19-year-old turned out to be more drama than he could handle. She couldn't deal with real responsibilities, family obligations, or the very things that made him think life with me was boring. Suddenly, he realized that excitement without substance isn't sustainable. Here's the kicker. He reached out. He wanted to come back. But by this point, I wasn't the same woman he walked out on. I didn't just say no. I smiled, thanked him for the wake-up call, and closed that chapter forever. So, what did I learn from all this? That life doesn't end when someone leaves you. That age, experience, and self-worth are far more valuable than chasing someone else's fleeting excitement. And that sometimes the very person who tried to break you is the one who pushes you to become your strongest, most vibrant self. To anyone watching this, don't let anyone make you feel boring for living life your way. Your joy, your peace, and your story are yours to create. If this story inspired you, shocked you, or just made you smile knowing life can turn around, hit that like button, leave a comment sharing your own story, and don't forget to subscribe. Because trust me, life is full of unexpected twists, and we're just getting started.